What do you make of it, Chris?
Yeah, I think it was good to see the draw. You know, I think we're happy with that. You know, we've got two massive challenges there, obviously in Bayern and PSG, and obviously Anderlecht, who, you know, are a team we can probably look at and look to exploit as well. You know, I think it's a strong group. They're all strong groups. I think before you sort of go too far into analysing each team, I think it's good to take a step back for everybody, and certainly have done myself in the last 48 hours of what a big job it is qualifying here. It's a big journey that you have to go on to qualify. It's great for the city of Glasgow, it's great for the country, Scottish football, and I think massive credit should go to the players and the manager for qualifying, and I never think it should be taken for granted, because what you have to do in pre-season is go up against very good teams who are in season. I think of Rosenborg, teams like that, and you have to go and produce. And I think we didn't concede a goal up until the last qualifier away there, and we performed really well in certain games. So I think that's the first point that I'd make on behalf of myself, but for everyone, is that qualifying for Celtic is really good, because it takes obviously this club where it wants to be, but it's not an easy process. So 2 years on a row we're in there now, and obviously if you look at the teams we've got, then it's really exciting, and that's the feeling that hopefully the fans have got as well. You know, there are going to be some really special nights here. I read something earlier about, I think it was Buffon talking about the electric atmosphere at Celtic Park, and you know, there's no better place in the world you'd rather be when that flag's getting waved on the centre circle and the fans are making the noise, and it's a fantastic place to be on Champions League nights. And so the teams coming here, I think on their side as well, will know that we'll pose a big threat to them as well at home, because the record that Celtic have in Champions League at home is really strong. So yeah, the feeling, I think straight away the names come out is excitement, and looking forward to the games.
The top two teams in particular, Robert Lewandowski for Bayern Munich,
yeah,
Neymar for PSG. That's going to test your defence.
Yeah, they're top players. So we know that. We have to be aware. We played against it last year. We drew 3 of the games in the league, in the group stage, and performed well towards the end of that group stage. You know, and if we want to be in a position where we're in Europe after Christmas, then obviously our home form is going to be really important, and we're going to have to show the qualities that we can deal with players of that level. And there's no question that we brought a really high level to, for example, Rosenborg away. We played like a Champions League team. We went away from home. You see, they beat Ajax away from home. We went there, we dominated possession, we created chances, and we were really solid in our play. And I think that's the sort of level that we're going to need to bring to these games. But like I say, I think it is really important that we enjoy this now and look forward to it, and remember that for Scottish football and for the city and everything, it's a really exciting time.
On the paper, Chris, it kind of looks like a scrap for third place already. Is it important that you guys don't look at it like that? And you know?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I think it's, as I referred to earlier, everyone can see clearly that Anderlecht would be the third team. Well, they're in pot 3, and I don't think that the seedings are too far off, to be honest with you. And they're in pot 3. Obviously, they would probably look at us in the same way. But what we'll say is, with what we can deliver, especially at home, then we'll certainly go into games, and the way the manager prepares the team, we'll certainly go into games confident that we can get results. We're certainly not there in any way, shape or form to resign ourselves to fighting for third place. That's not what you do at a club like this, and that's just not how Brendan works. He will have the players working and believing that we can get results, and we'll see what happens.
Like, a chance just in the intervening seconds there to exchange a message or anything like that?
No, I haven't spoke to him, but he'll be excited. I mean, obviously he's been, Brendan has been in the Champions League as a manager now. This will be his 3rd season out of the last 4 seasons, which also should be remembered as well. That's something that, as a UK manager, there's not too many that have had that exposure in the last several years, barring probably Sir Alex Ferguson. Brendan's in there again, and he's got experience with those young managers. He's got experience of European football, so that's great for this club as well.
How much more confident are you this year of getting football past the European football, past Christmas than maybe this time?
Probably. I mean, we've gone through the qualifiers. We've not conceded a goal up until the other night. We're in a better place than we were last year, and I'm confident that we can be in Europe after Christmas, and that's obviously the target. Obviously, the ultimate dream for us is, can we qualify out of the group into the last 16? But of course, being in Europe after Christmas would be a fantastic achievement for us, and we're certainly confident we can do that.
You mentioned before about the big nights at Celtic Park. Is that going to be key to progression or not out there?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the home form is going to be, you look at it and, can you pick points up at home? Like I say, what gives me great belief as well is how we performed in a Rosenborg away from home, what we did there and how we played there, and nothing should be looked too far into what happened in Astana when you're talking about a team that puts complete risk into a game with absolutely nothing to lose. What happens is they generally create moments and chances, and they concede chances as well. And obviously, if you don't take the chances that they open up to you, then it might become like a freak game where their risk ends up paying off. So there was nothing more to be read into that game. Like I say, we've been defensively very strong. We only conceded 1 goal domestically. I think last qualifying we conceded 7 goals. This qualifying we conceded 4. So we're better defensively. We're better going forward. We're a better team. We're a better group of players collectively, and we've got a better idea of how the manager wants a team to play. So I certainly feel that we're in a better place than we were going into last season's Champions League.
What did you learn from last season's campaign that you can take into this one?
I think it's, the manager spoke, as the group went on last year, spoke about wanting the players to show that personality, as he would refer to it, and that belief in the games, and go and play and dominate in the way that we know we can. Defensively, when we press teams, we've generally been quite successful, but of course you have to be tactically astute in games where you can't just chase the ball, so you have to be solid defensively. But certainly when we showed that personality in possession, when we got more comfortable and started to be ourselves more, then we looked a better team. And actually, I think if it had gone on, we were getting better and better. So yeah, there's been some lessons learned, but like I say, it really is great that we're in there, and now we can look forward to the games.
You've got obviously some injuries in defence at the moment, and I guess in attack as well. Do you feel that there needs to be investment to try and get out this group before the end of next week? Is that the plan?
Well, we've obviously got 3 defenders. Our 3 first-choice central defenders have been injured, which hasn't been ideal timing, such crucial games. But no, I think that the squad's coming together quite well. And any final things that we're going to be doing will happen in due course. But we've got a good squad together now. Like I say, injuries coming back, some other players, attacking players coming back from injury as well. So that will add to our squad and give us more depth as well, which we're going to need during the next several months.